Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, hi, my name is Justin. I like to talk about figure skating, and today I will be discussing my initial thoughts to the Grand Prix assignments for the 2019-2020 season, which were just released this morning, and today's date is June 20th. I did want to emphasize the date because so much can happen between now and when the season actually begins in mid-October with Skate America. I'd have to say the most common reason for change would be athletes withdrawing from their assignments due to either an injury or choosing to retire from competitive figure skating, in which the host federation would then select from a pool of skaters to invite as a replacement. There are also something called TBD spots, which stands for to be determined by the host federation. And I think I will do these videos based on discipline because I'm kind of short on time. So today I will be discussing the ladies field, and then the 3 other videos shall be released shortly. I hope that's okay with you all, but let's just get right into it. So this morning when I woke up, I logged onto Twitter, and the first thing I wanted to know was who would be assigned to Skate Canada International, because I will be there live in person. I'm so excited. And yes, my 2 favorite Canadian skaters, Gabrielle Daleman and Aurora Kotop, will be there. I am beyond excited. Now, these 2 skaters are in very different places in their careers. Gabrielle Daleman has a lot of experience. She's been to 2 Olympic Games. She's won a medal at the World Figure Skating Championships and the 4 continents, and has been competing as a senior internationally for well over 5 years. Whereas Aurora Kotop is debuting on the Grand Prix circuit, and actually this is the first season that she's competing as a senior internationally from the beginning. She did compete at Canadian Nationals where she won the silver medal, and she won a spot or earned a spot to the World Figure Skating Championships where she competed in the short program. So I'm just super excited. Aurora Kotop obviously has been recovering from an injury, so what I'm looking forward to seeing from her the most is her progression. That means adding the more difficult jumps back into her arsenal. Love to see the flip, the lutz, and also the triple toe combination. I'm really excited, and I hope the best for her. Gabrielle Daleman, on the other hand, also super excited. She hasn't won a Grand Prix medal yet, which is actually kind of unique because most skaters, I'd say, have the opposite history with medals than Gabby Daleman, because Gabby doesn't have a Grand Prix medal, but she has 4 continents, world, and Olympic medals, and I say that it's pretty common to see a skater with the reverse. Now, as much as I'd love to see her win her first Grand Prix medal this season, she's up against some stiff competition at both her assignments, Skate Canada and Cup of China. But I also think that her mindset is so different this season than any other season prior, because she is focusing on her mental health, taking her time to recover, which means all the difficult jumps, the stamina might not be there in the beginning, and she'll actually be okay with that. I know Gabby is usually really hard on herself, and I don't think she needs to be. She just announced that her free program is going to be to a Celine Dion song, and I think it is perfect for her. It's dedicated to her grandma who recently passed away, rest in peace, and I'm just so excited for all of it. I love Gabby Daleman so much. Let's continue on with discussing Canadian ladies, because why not? I would say it's great to see Veronique Malay be assigned a Grand Prix as well. She'll be at Skate Canada, and she has some of the most beautiful programs. She took some time away from the sport, I believe due to some injuries, made a comeback last season, and she was actually the highest placing Canadian lady at the 4 Continents Championships. So that's great for her. I'm glad she's continuing on. I would consider her a veteran who's staying in the sport for the right reason. Looking forward to seeing her skate. And then one other thing that's standing out to me is Elaine Chartrand is missing from the roster. She's the reigning Canadian champion, 2-time champion, and it's interesting not to see her on the list at all. So I'm wondering if she'll speak on this soon. It could either be choosing to retire or she could be taking a break. I'd hate to think it's something else, but Elaine does have a history of performing really well at Canadian nationals, but completely bombing at all of her other international competitions. And it's really hard to watch because she's so talented. She can do a lot of these difficult jumps. She goes for the triple lutz, triple toe, but I think the nerves get the best of her all the time. And she hasn't really been able to progress in the sport in the last few years. So I hope everything is okay. Now, when I look at the roster for the American ladies, my first impression is that the field looks really light. We have 2 assignments for Karen Chen, Brady Tennell, Mariah Bell, Ting Sui, and Star Andrews only having 1. I don't know about you all, but that seems a little bare to me. I could have sworn there was one season where we had Ashley Wagner, Gracie Gold, Karen Chen, Mariah Nagasu, Angela Wang, Courtney Hale with Courtney Hicks with Mariah Bell and Brady Tennell. So that being said, I'm expecting to see a lot more American ladies competing in the Challenger Series, which are also known as Senior B competitions, which are smaller in scale, but you can still earn ISU points and potentially later on be invited to a Grand Prix assignment if someone were to withdraw. Also, we all have to know that Alyssa Liu, reigning U.S. national champion, is too young for the senior Grand Prix circuit, so she is actually debuting as a junior on the Grand Prix. So I wish her the best of luck. We'll want to see how consistent that triple axel is with each competition. And the first thing I want to note is going to be that it's going to be fairly difficult for American ladies, any of them, to win any medal at any of the competitions. That's just my initial thoughts. I mean, as far as I'm aware of, none of the American ladies are attempting a triple axel or a quadruple jump, which means if they want to be competitive, they have to be completely clean technically with the most difficult triples, and our American ladies just don't have that history of competing just yet. I may be surprised, and it is possible for some ladies at the top to have an off competition, and then our American ladies will have to be good enough to seize the moment. But right now, I'm not really betting on any of them winning a medal or qualifying for the final. And then I'd have to say for the TBD spot for Skate America, I really have no idea who it could be. Maybe Megan from last season, but the US FSA will probably make their decision based on which skater shows the most promise in their summer competitions. It's hard for me to guess who will take that spot. And by the way, sorry I'm looking down a lot. I'm reading notes. So, and I'd say for the Japanese and Russian ladies, we will see a lot of familiar names from athletes with big guns. And I'd say the first one I'm most excited to see is Rika Kihira of Japan. We know her as the lady who does the triple axels. Now, I think she's going to really start off her season with some fire in her because she barely missed the podium at the last World Figure Skating Championships just by a fraction of a point. I'm pretty sure she's hungry to make up for that. We'll also want to see how consistent she is with the triple axel from each competition to the next. She does a short, 1 in the short, 2 in the long. It almost seems like she has a hard time putting 2 clean programs together in one competition. So either the long is great and she falters in the short, or vice versa. I'd like to see a more consistent trend from her this upcoming season, and I actually think we're going to see it. I would have predicted her to win the World Figure Skating Championships back in March, so I believe she has it in her to do some clean skates. And then from Russia, we have Alexandra Trosova, who holds the world record at the World Junior Figure Skating Championships, and I think the total score is 222.89, and that is so huge. She's able to rack up so many points, mainly because she can do quad jumps. And I believe at the World Junior Figure Skating Championships, she attempted 3, so 2 quad toes and 1 quad lutz, which was under rotated. But the fact that she went for it is impressive enough. So I'm excited to see her. I didn't really follow her last season as a junior, but it sounds like she had quite the winning streak. Was almost undefeated. So kudos to her. If there's anyone to remain undefeated for their first few major competitions as a senior, we've seen it be done before. I think Alexandra Trosova is the one this season to be that person. I can see that happening. And we're gonna want to watch out for if she's clean with the technical elements, we're gonna watch that program component mark slowly climb, because those do get higher over the season when you consistently skate great programs back to back. Great programs meaning you rotate all your jumps with difficult content, not your subjective opinion about enjoying their program. So that'd be something interesting to watch for. And I'd say other fan favorite Japanese skaters to look out for are Kaori Sakamoto, Satoko Miyahara, Mai Mihara with 2 assignments. It's interesting to see Marin Honda with just 1. There is a possibility that she could get the TBD spot at NHK Trophy, but the Japanese Federation might want to consider giving that spot to an up-and-coming skater because the depth of ladies figure skating in Japan is so deep. I'm not sure if Marin would get that spot. I would like to see Marin get that spot. She's a lovely skater. She suffered from under rotations because she's had a few programs where she landed all of her jumps, but the marks just aren't up there. So we'll have to watch out for the Japanese skaters. There are a few of them who I'm not too familiar with. So it'll be nice to feel like I'm getting a preview of the next generation. I won't say their names because I would butcher them. I apologize. Now, bringing it back to Russia, how could I not mention Evgenia Medvedeva, Alina Zagitova, and Elizaveta Tuktamisheva? All powerhouses, none of them competing with any of each other on the Grand Prix circuit, so we'll have to see who qualifies for the final, and that might end up looking like a pre-Russian National Championships. But they all bring their A game to a lot of competitions. Evgenia Medvedeva should be feeling more comfortable in her new technique with her new coaching environment because she did not have a great season to start with last year. But Alina Zagitova, I feel like, will be riding the wave of her World Figure Skating World Championships title. So I expect her to do her thing, land all her jumps, be consistent. And then Elizaveta Tuktamisheva, my personal favorite of the 3, has been consistently competing with the triple axel again. She's not always on with it, but I'd say there are pretty good odds of her landing it cleanly, at least standing up with it in competitions. So kudos to all 3 of those. And then I'd have to give a special shout out to my favorite Russian skater, Sofia Samudrova. Sorry if I mispronounced that. She's my personal favorite who made a splash last season because her free program is my personal favorite. Don't come at me because I just enjoy a fabulous skate with upbeat music and a sparkly dress. And Sophia said she looks up to Ashley Wagner for her performance qualities. Don't come for me, but I do love Sophia. And then I'd have to say it's great to see 3 skaters representing Korea on the circuit, Unso Lim, Yelim Kim, and Young Yu, with Unso being the only one with 2 assignments. And then for France, as expected, we'll be seeing Laurine and May Bernie Métis twice, with both competing at the International Day France. That's going to be exciting because those 2 seem to switch back and forth between who does better internationally. So maybe I'll place a bet with one of my friends on who will come out higher than the other at that Grand Prix competition. And I think now is the time I'll just give some shout outs to some skaters from smaller federations. First, I'd have to start with Kazakhstan because Elizaveta Terzhenbayeva, the reigning world silver medalist. This is a great opportunity for her, just like Alina Zagitova, to ride the wave this season. She won the silver medal, I'd say, was not actually the biggest highlight of the championships, it was actually the fact that she competed with a quad Salchow and was given credit for the full rotation. And Elizabeth is now 19. She looks really small, but she's 19, so I would like to see some more sophisticated and mature programs from her, which I think we'll get. I also think we'll get cleaner programs because she seems to be more comfortable in her jump technique with her body now, and I think consistent skates are something we're going to see more from her this season. I'm super excited for her. And then we also have Azerbaijan represented in the Grand Prix by Ekaterina Ryabova. I think that's how you say it. She will be competing at Rostelecom Cup, and she was 13th at the last World Figure Skating Championships. We also have Viveva Lindfors from Finland. I'm butchering all these names, sorry. And then we have Luna Hendricks from Belgium, and she has the potential to be really great. But a lot of times I think she falters due to the lack of technical content. But if everything's there, you will see her high in the rankings at some of these competitions. So good luck to her. And then with China, they're not a small federation, but we don't see too many skaters from them these days outside of pairs. So we have Hong Yi Chen with 2 assignments and Yi Zhu with just 1. There's also a TBD spot for the Cup of China, and I'll be interested to find out who gets that spot. And I will end with what I think is notably missing, and I'd say the Italian ladies. So clearly no one from Italy, no Carolina Kostner, which is really unfortunate. I also think it's a bummer not to see any of the Australian ladies competing on the Grand Prix. So Kylie Crane and Berkeley Han will have to just try to compete really well at their Challenger Series events, and I will pray that they will be invited to a competition. If someone were to withdraw, Kylie Crane and Berkeley Han both have competed in Grand Prix competitions before, so I'm wishing them the best. Okay, I think I am done. Let me know what you all think. Did I miss anything? Because I'm not perfect. Please correct me. And I will see you in my next video shortly. Thank you.